I say I miss you, I know.
The journey was long, guys. The journey was long. It was an honor to shoot these videos of me going around, just getting people's voices and their stories and their political views. And I just want to say, I really appreciate each one of you guys, like from the bottom of my heart, seriously. The amount of love that you guys showed me through all this journey was insane. I know I can't see you guys, but I've met some of you guys in person also. Shout out to y'all. I feel the love that you guys have for me. When I'm reading the comments, all I see is straight up just positivity. There's so much positivity that I literally can't see any negative comments. Some of you guys are probably like, yo, Dimani, is this your last video? Like, what's going on? Can you tell us? I'm sorry to say this, guys. This is the end of the journey, man. I'm joking, guys. This is not my last video. Hold on, let me fix this lighting real quick. This is too much. Too much lighting in here. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, this is not my last video. You know, I'm still gonna find a way to still make content. I might be heading over to documentaries. You know, I think that's gonna be the plan after this. Documentaries, and I'll still make political videos there and there. But yeah, man, I'm not going nowhere though. We're still here. We're staying here. I'm still gonna do what I do. I'm still gonna make content. Anyway, guys, as we all know, the Conservatives lost. The Liberals won. Canada right now is happy and sad. The emotions are mixed right now. I'm not here to attack anyone, to criticize anyone or a certain party. How I see it in my mind is, one, we gotta be grateful. I'm grateful that I live in this beautiful country. And trust me, I'm grateful that I live in this beautiful country and that accepted me and many other people. We are grateful. So Canada, I love you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for allowing me to come into this beautiful country. And I learned and I adapt and I became a Canadian. So hey, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're all Canadians. We are representing this beautiful, just I don't even know what to say, but you guys get the message. Anyways, enough of the yapping. But listen though, we all know right now social media is going crazy right now. Social media is going crazy. So I got a couple of videos I want us to react to. We're gonna react to it together. And basically a little yapping session / reaction video based off the election. So let's get into it.
The Liberals in Canada are now crediting Donald Trump for their victory today. You see, before Trump became president, things were so bad for Canada's Liberal Party that they forced
Trump. A lot of people are saying, you know, Trump played a big part in this. And he did actually, I can't lie. It was all just fear. Also, my apology. I know I'm already pausing. My bad.
Justin Trudeau to step down because of low approval ratings, and then picked a political outsider, Mark Carney, to... You see, before Trump became president, things were so bad for Canada's Liberal Party that they forced Justin Trudeau to step down because of low approval ratings, and then picked a political outsider, Mark Carney, to fill in until the election. And at this point, the Conservatives were a massive 20 points ahead in the polls.
That's actually crazy. I forgot about that. If we go back in 2024, last year, I remember... If you went on the news, you can go to any channel, whatever, even anything, even YouTube. All you would see, even my TikTok, I remember, all you would see was straight up conservatives. But hold on though, hear me out. I mean, let me explain myself. You know, coming from a young guy, you know, from what I've seen. Also, this is my opinion. Once again, it's my opinion. If I'm wrong, correct me. You know, I'm always willing to learn and be educated by those who know more than me. So yeah, but let me cook real quick. So if we go back in 2024 last year, every time you heard about the Conservatives, it was how they're winning the by-election, on how they're polls, they're ahead in the polls. It was just conservative. Every time you heard about the Liberals, it was bad news. It was either people were getting tired of them. The election was around the corner, so it was getting hot a bit. People were bashing the Liberals, and also we'll be hearing about the rumors and how the Liberals want Trudeau to step down, on how they feel like if they go into this upcoming election with Trudeau, they're gonna lose. Guaranteed they're gonna lose. So they gotta get rid of him. He was basically poison. He was poison for the team. The whole point is they did what they did because they're trying to get that hype back. Because every time you heard about the Liberals, it was bad. And that's not one thing I hate about politics when it comes to Canada. It's all about who has the hype, which is stupid. And I can speak on that because I'm a young guy and I witnessed that, just like I said earlier. Because I remember in 2015, at this time I was 10 years old, I remember, we had a polling in my class. Justin Trudeau had just became Prime Minister. I remember on how my teachers were talking about him. They're saying, oh, Justin Trudeau's so handsome, Justin Trudeau's this, Justin Trudeau's that. And the girls were all basically being fan. Like, you know, he was like a Justin Bieber in a way. Like all the girls liked him. And my teachers were just talking about him like as if he was like a superhero. So me as a kid, I was like, you know, I don't know who this guy is, but everyone likes him. So I'm going to go with it. And it seems like he's a superhero here. So I went with it. So the whole point is, like, it's all about whoever has hype. And I kind of got brainwashed as a kid. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I was a Liberal until I was in grade 10, 11, I think. Around there. I just always thought the Liberals were, you know, they were the shit, basically. Like, I thought they were the cool kids. So I went with the hype. Without doing research, without digging deep into it, etc. So that's the one thing I hate about politics in Canada. Like, I don't know if it's the system or whatever it is, but they're good at brainwashing us to let us know it's all about who has the hype, who's been in there longer, etc. And obviously, you know, 2025 hit and it started slowly, just shifting slowly. And the one thing they were good at, it was the polls, man. And I can speak on it because I know a lot of Gen Zs, a lot of my friends I know, they're like, bro, there's no point me going to vote because the poll says the Liberals are going to win, so there's no point. They were going based off the polls already. And that is the biggest scam that the young guys fell for. Like, because they thought, hey, they're the cool kids. Like, you know, everyone is voting for them and everyone likes them. First of all, if you're Gen Z, you're watching this video and you voted for this election, I want to say shout out to you. I give you props. I don't even care what party you voted for. The fact that you came out and voted, shout out to you, seriously. And I can speak on this because I would literally be on the streets and these Gen Zs are asking blah, 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 like, you know, political. They wouldn't really be deep into it, but they'd be like, oh, there's no point me voting because the Liberals already won. And they're just so quick to believe the polls. Way too quick.
So the Liberals' chances of getting in looked pretty uncertain, though, to step down because of low approval ratings, and then picked a political outsider, Mark Carney, to fill in until the election. And at this point, the Conservatives were a massive 20 points ahead in the polls. So the Liberals' chances of getting in looked pretty uncertain. However, Trump then started calling Canada the 51st state, threatened them with a bunch of tariffs, and essentially started causing this massive rift between the two countries. In reaction to this, not only did we see the Canadian people start removing American products off of shelves and boycotting vacations in the US, but it also sparked this big wave of Canadian nationalism, and it started to become a bit more about who could stand up to Trump instead of Mick-ga? Either way, in just a short few months, it boosted the Liberals' Canada Strong campaign, and today, Mark Carney shot ahead of the Conservatives and was officially chosen as Canada's new Prime Minister, best suited to deal with Trump. His winning remarks were lessons must be learned after America's betrayal, and that Trump will never break us. But what do you guys think? Did Canada make the right decision today, or a big mistake?
We wouldn't have many Trump in Canada. That's the other thing too, man. Like, first of all, what is going on here? Let me see. But this too, man, this was one of the biggest conspiracy they threw out there. A big one, man. And a lot of people, it's sad that a lot of people really believe this. A lot, like, I don't understand it. Hey, maybe educate me. You guys let me know. Like, why do they say he's a mini Trump? What is it? I don't get it. Someone let me know in the comments. Educate me.
So we didn't learn. We didn't learn from last time. We didn't. So we didn't learn. Comprehension. We didn't learn.
No, Canada's still standing, baby. It is not dead. We are still here. Canada can only die if the people die. If the people are still alive, if the people are still fighting, Canada is not dead. I was low-key feeling that, like, yo, wait, hold on, this is nice. Sounds so good. First of all, I want to say, if you're someone who's serving in the military, thank you for your service. Seriously, shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys are the true heroes. At the end of the day, you guys are him. Like, you're literally him. Like, you're him.
You guys prefer free college or free abortions?
Abortion.
Free abortions?
Yeah.
In what age do you think most trans kids determine that they're trans?
Violet told us when she was 1.5.
Wait, what? Maybe she's about to cook. She's about to cook. She's gonna say something very interesting. Hold on.
Violet told us when she was 1.5. She's been telling us since she could speak.
I hear a lot of we're not going back. What are we not going back to? The kitchen.
What is your biggest fear?
Bro, what? Yo.
What is your biggest fear in 2025?
People not understanding the difference between lies and truth.
What is a woman?
Does it really matter?
So could I be a woman if I wanted to be?
Yes.
Oh my
Quickly, so I misunderstand. Are we saying that 2 + 2, if you say it's 4, that's racist? I mean, that sounds like we
What?
might be mischaracterizing it. What, if you can quickly sum it up?
No, that's not mischaracterizing it at all. Math is basically racist under this ideology because it says there is no such thing as an objective reality. So 4 might not be the right number. 2 + 2 might actually.
Wait. Hold on. I got to listen to that one. Hold on.
Under this ideology because it says that
We may be mischaracterizing it. What, misunderstand. Are we?
Does it really matter?
So could I be a woman if I wanted to be?
Yes.
Quickly, so I misunderstand. Are we saying that 2 + 2, if you say it's 4, that's racist? I mean, that sounds like we may be mischaracterizing it. What, if you can quickly sum it up?
Bro, the fact that this is a topic, like this is funny. Like that's crazy.
no, that's not mischaracterizing it at all. Math is basically racist under this ideology because it says there is no such thing as an objective reality.
Bro, I'm not even trying to attack her. It's like, come on. There's limits. There's limits. Like, what's going on now?
So 4 might not be the right number. 2 + 2 might actually.
You guys prefer
Man, I know he was sad, bro. Like, he really went all out.
2 jobs, but still has an empty fridge and an empty bank account. For the young people who despair at never being able to afford a home. For the seniors on fixed incomes whose savings are eroded by inflation and no longer feel safe in their local neighborhood parks. For those who are now living in fear and terror because of crime. For those worried about losing their jobs because of unacceptable tariffs from the United States of America. For all of those who feel left behind and forgotten, my message is one of hope. Change will take time, but we will fight for that change, and we will deliver that change. And we will never give up on fighting for the great Canadian promise that anyone from anywhere can achieve anything. That hard work gets you a great life in a beautiful house on a safe street protected by our brave troops under our proud flag. Canada first, Canada always. Let's bring it home. Thank you very much, Canada. Merci beaucoup, Canada.
I want to see how Mark Carney's gonna handle Trump. Even during the debate, it was all about Trump. How are you gonna Trump? How are you gonna boom? How are you gonna? Even Trump said himself. He said he'd rather deal with a liberal government. Doesn't that tell people something? Like, that's scary, man.
Mark Carney has confirmed that if re-elected, the Liberals will reintroduce Bill C-63.
Oh my gosh.
Online Harms Act, the legislation.
Yeah, hey. No more. Yeah, basically, if this goes through, it's done. We become slaves. Honestly, it's gonna be like the UK. It's literally gonna be just like the UK. Like in the UK, guys, it's bad. Like there's no freedom of speech in the UK. And people were saying the conservatives are gonna take the freedom away. Come on, man. Come on.
Bill C. 63, the Online Harms Act. The legislation would hand unelected bureaucrats the power to fine Canadians up to $50,000 for speech deemed offensive. So is Bill C-63 the greatest threat to free speech in Canadian history?
Yes.
If something like this passes, it is very bad for Canadians. You can be fined up to $50,000 for hate speech. What's interesting about this, though, is it would be done by a liberal-appointed tribunal. So no jury, no appeal, just appointed political ideologues, basically playing judge, jury, and executioner.
Wow.
Let's look at how hate speech gets treated in the UK, because 30 people a day get arrested in the UK for social media posts.
That's insane.
Speak English. Or what's that? Speak clearly.
So I could just be like, let's say if I post something about something, I can be like, you're stupid, and I'll get arrested. That's what would happen.
No, the gentleman's passed from a death.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I couldn't even hear him.
No, and that's fine, and that's why we've just come to speak, because potentially someone could perceive that as a hate crime.
Why am I in cuffs? Because there's something he shared, then I shared.
There's someone
that's bad.
Based upon your social media page.
So I'm actually being arrested.
Arrested, okay?
Right, and
Police station.
right.
Okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on
Wow.
the page.
If a police officer showed up at my door
That's crazy.
and started
So that's what would happen in Canada. Like, they would straight up come to your house. Bro, you know how many people are gonna get arrested a day? Bro, they're gonna have to build 100 jails, bro. Like, it's gonna get packed up non-stop. That's so dumb if it actually goes through. Like, we're screwed if that goes through.
trying to arrest me like that for something I've said on social media, I'd have a real hard time not being like, all right, I'm gonna say some hateful shit right now. You think that was bad? Yeah.
Well, I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for this video, right? Of what I'm gonna do. Looks like the Liberals are gonna win the election. We don't know if it's gonna be a majority yet or a minority. All I'm gonna say is instill fear in a population and then provide them a way to save themselves. That's how the Liberals have snuck out this victory or this win. Pierre Poilievre had all the mix-ins of what Canada should be, a Canada First policy. Pierre Poilievre had everything and he gave it his all, and I stand with Pierre Poilievre. I always will. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, is we live in a country where people are easily manipulated and fear-mongered into voting for things they don't even know they're voting for. If you voted Liberal today and you're cheering, and I know lots of you...
By the way, if you're watching this video and you're someone who voted Liberal, listen, guys, I know some of my friends that voted Liberal for this election. These are people I grew up with since middle school. Whatever you do, like, don't hate them. If some of your friends voted Liberals, I look at it like it's like religion, you know. Like, I have some Muslim friends, for an example. Like, I'm Christian, they're Muslim. They have a different belief, and that's what they stand on, and that's what they believe. Just like I'm Christian, they respect what I believe in, and like, there's no hate in between. At the end of the day, you gotta look at it kind of like that, if that makes sense. So don't hate your friends, don't hate your neighbors, don't whatever. The last thing we need right now is just hatred. Let's all just unite, man. Come together. There's already too much hate in this world. So don't spread the hate. Spread the love. And love your neighbors, man. It's that simple. Just love your neighbors.
You have been waiting for this video to come out. What's Porter Proud Dad gonna say? I fucking hate that guy. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, is we live in a country where people are easily manipulated and fear-mongered into voting for things they don't even know they're voting for. If you voted Liberal today and you're cheering, and I know lots of you have been waiting for this video to come out, what's Porter Proud Dad gonna say? I fucking hate that guy. I can't wait to fucking smug look on his face when we win. You voted for higher taxes, less jobs, less industry, more bureaucracy, food bank lineups, your child to never own a home. You voted for that. You did that. This is why I'm predicting it right now that we go to the polls in 2 years from now. That's going to happen. You're the same elbows up crowd that thinks you can win a trade war against the United States. The state of Texas has a larger economy than all of Canada. And you guys somehow think that Mark Carney is the answer.
That's crazy though. That's crazy to
This is why
think.
we go to the polls in 2 years. Mark Carney is going to fail. And I can say within 8 months, a lot of you liberals will regret your vote. Within a year, more of you will regret your vote. And within 18 months, we'll be having an election conversation and we'll be talking.
Yes, sir. Back on the streets. I'll be back on the streets. I'll be back on the streets doing my interviews.
Going to the polls again.
And this time, I promise y'all, I will literally go from province to province. Everything will be set and will be scheduled. I would get it done. Mark my words.
In 24 months, we will be voting in another federal election because Mark Carney is going to fail this country. You guys voted for it. You guys voted for it because you're scared. You're not leaders. You're followers. Well, good luck. That's all I gotta say to you. I was doing political content online during Justin Trudeau and his failures. I'm going to continue to do political content online with Mark Carney and his failures. And in 2 years, we're going to go to the polls because he is going to fail this country. I promise you that. And you guys are going to talk shit. And it's okay. I'm here for it. Light up my comment section. Tell me I was wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be a Canada First guy, a husband, father, a lover of my country, till the day I die. So enjoy your food bank lineups, enjoy your high crime, enjoy never owning a home, because remember, liberals, you voted for it. Now more than ever, it's time to wear your opinion on your sleeve. Wear it to school, wear it to drop your kids off, wear it to work. Show people you won't stand for this bullshit. Grab your Canada First stuff, BertaProudDad.com. It's time to wear your fucking opinion on your sleeve.
Wow. That was very strong. It was a very strong message.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting.
Well, Alberta's gonna cut, guys. Alberta's gonna leave us. Mark Carney better give them whatever they want, man. So all my people that live in Alberta, are y'all gonna vote? Because I think they need over 600,000 votes, I think, for it to go through.
Hey, Mr. President Donald Trump, since you basically just fucked over us Canadian conservatives at the election, ensuring the destruction of our country, perhaps the least you could do is offer us some kind of special visa or refugee status for us Canadians that want to buy a house in the United States now. You've left us no option. Many of us would rather be American than live under another liberal regime. So maybe the least you could do is toss us a fucking bone and give us a special visa. You'll get 2-3 million Canadians who will vote Republican out of the deal. So I'd seriously think about it. Northern Liberty out.
I think that was valid. Alright guys, I have a friend that wants to share something, you know. She voted this year for her first time. She's actually 18. She voted for her first time and she was just telling me something interesting that, you know, that happened today at school. So tell me your story though. Like what happened though, you know, based off the election of the results. What do you think and what's going on? What are you seeing in your school? What are the Gen Z saying? So talk to me.
People are very affected that Pierre Poilievre lost for a few reasons. And a lot of his supporters believe that, like, he understood their struggles as young people, like the high housing costs and inflation. And a lot of people are saying that they felt like he was talking about issues that mattered to them personally. So they were hopeful that he could bring real change. Plus, many people liked his straightforward way of, like, communicating with everyone. and he came off as like genuine and relatable, which is something all of them are looking for in politics. And when he lost, they felt like it was just a big missed opportunity for who thought he could make a difference. And it left them feeling like frustrated and worried about the same issues continuing like under the new government. So like overall it was like just a lot of disappointment and concern about what that meant for their future. So yeah, it was just, they seemed stressed out, and I'm stressed out too, and it was really upsetting.
Is there anything you want to say to my community?
Subscribe to D-Money. We're on the road to 30,000. So
Hey,
no matter what happens, even though Canada is, you know, we're broken right now, but that's okay. We can keep going. We're still going to keep working.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. I could keep going, keep reacting, but I'm going to be honest, y'all, your boy is tired. It's currently 11 p.m., you know, it's getting late. Anyways, enough of the yapping. Just like I said earlier, make sure you follow the Twitch. Click the first link in the description. It'll take you to my Twitch. Follow it. We're going to be streaming there. And yeah, we'll be streaming every Fridays, or I'll stream from Monday to Friday. We're going to be streaming every Fridays on Twitch. So make sure you follow the Twitch. Let's get to 100 followers. We're at 70, I think, right now. 70 or 60, I don't know, something like that. But anyways, God bless as usual. You know, take care, take care.